Assalamu alaikum everybody, hope you're well, hope you're good. It's your brother Naseem Khan, back once again for In the Limelight, and this time with another special guest. Hope everybody's well, hope everybody's okay. Obviously you'll tend to know I'll tend to do it on different days now, because people are available on different days, so I thought why not, let's do it on different days. Well, today's guest is another young special guest. Inshallah, let me show you a bit about him before we go to it.
Got it calculated how many units I've got to take, before I eat my food, so my blood sugars will be levelled out.
For Rochdale boxer Muhammad Ali, facing a challenge isn't something new. When his pro-licence application was refused due to his diabetes, it was just another fight he was determined to win.
The board had just written a couple of line sentence, to me saying your licence has been rejected, and I was absolutely devastated, at the time. And my manager, Asad Shamim, he's helped me massively. He said, look, keep your head up, keep ticking over. If you're healthy and fit, you will get your licence.
He wants to give back to society. He wants to give back to children that are less disadvantaged, not just with diabetes, but other conditions as well. And he wants to be an inspiration and role model to those people.
Is he a champion?
He definitely is. We wouldn't be here talking today if he wasn't going to be a world champion.
Arriving in Manchester for his first pro fight, Ali goes through his pre-bout routine, accompanied by Dr. Phil Cleland, who's equipped with the medicines needed to keep the boxer safe. A tough 4 rounds for Ali, with every corner visit monitored by the doctor to check blood sugar levels. All was good, and so was the result. And straight into the medical, with everything okay as far as your condition?
Absolutely fine. I've opened the doors for diabetics. All you diabetics out there, believe in yourself, dream and believe and achieve.
And a victory as well?
Yeah, absolutely buzzing. I want to say a big...
On Saturday, hoping he's inspired boxers and diabetics to never give up on your dreams.
Welcome back, guys, and there you have it. It's a young boxer, 26-year-old professional boxer who had diabetes, and he's from Rochdale. I'm going to try now to give him a call. Stay there.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, Muhammad. How are you, my brother, Muhammad Ali?
All good, thank you. How are you, Naseem bhai?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I mean, the name Muhammad Ali is a big name itself, isn't it?
You don't get bigger.
Welcome to UCTV, my brother. You're only 26 years old, a young boxer from Rochdale who took his journey to be a professional boxer with diabetes, but it did set you back. How did that come across?
So in 2015, originally, I was supposed to make my professional boxing debut.
Right.
And I did my medicals, passed my annual medical as you do, like I do now currently, like any other boxer.
Yeah.
You do your annual medical. I passed my test.
Yeah.
We sent my license off to the British Board Boxing Control, and they declined my license.
Oh, no.
For no apparent reason, just for being a type 1 diabetic.
How did that make you feel? How did that make you
never
feel?
come across a diabetic boxer before.
How did that make you feel?
I was just mentally down, thinking, like, for example, I'm not a normal human being. I've just been rejected of, training professional as a boxer.
Yeah.
When I've passed all my medicals, when I've passed absolutely everything, why should my license be rejected?
Yeah.
So that was my, that was my view on it, really. I passed all my medicals, passed everything. What's the reason for me not to be granted a boxing license?
Absolutely, absolutely. What was the next step after that? Once obviously you demoralized.
So at the time I was studying. I was boxing for a very amateur boxing club who Amir Khan boxed for,
Right.
boxed for.
Yeah.
all top boxers box, and I boxed for the same amateur club, and as I became a type 1 diabetic at the age of 5. My mother and my father, one of them was the carriers. I think it was my mother because her father was a type 1 diabetic as well.
Right.
And so it runs through our, our genes, hereditary. So I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 5. And then I boxed as an amateur, and I've never ever suffered a problem. And then in 2015, when I was turning professional, that came to an end. Like my boxing license was rejected when I passed my medicals.
Oh, that must have been a proper setback to you. But what was it that pushed you? What was it that pushed you back up?
Setbacks. So at the time, I was studying at Edghill University. I was doing sports studies.
Right.
And I was doing sports studies, so I carried on with my degree. And then there's a local gym here, Pure Gym in Rochdale.
Right.
I started working there. I knew I am going to get my boxing license one day. I will definitely get my boxing license. And I just concentrated and kept my head down, kept ticking over with the boxing, and it took 2 years, 3 years it took in total, and I ended up creating history, becoming the first type 1 diabetic professional boxer.
Absolutely, you opened the doors for the other diabetics out there, and being the first one, I bet it was a thrill to you and thrill to the family.
I don't think, even like, for example, it's diabetes, but I've just shown the world, don't give up on your dreams, from achieving your dreams.
Yeah.
Never give up. Never give up, and even if it's diabetes, if it's asthma, you're suffering mental health.
Yeah.
Just keep your head down, keep knuckle down, and follow your dreams. Obviously, you've got to do the correct work, get the correct advice, surround yourself around good people, and anything is achievable in life as long as you go after what you want to do, be it your studies, be it a sport, anything you do in life. Just knuckle down, surround yourself around good people, and anything is possible.
Absolutely, that's a fantastic message there, Mohammed. So when you started, what's the procedure then? So when you go your fight, what happens then? Do they do a check on you? Or
yes. So leading up to a fight, a month prior, I've got some rules and regulations I've got to follow. A month leading up to the fight, I can't suffer from any diabetic problems. I can't be, suffering any illnesses. And then a week leading up to the fight, I've got to show evidence to the British Board of Boxing Control. Yeah. And when I'm boxing on fight night, I've got to be wearing a sensor just below my hip.
Right.
What measures my sugar level. So when I'm boxing during the fight, if you come and watch me box, you can see there's a doctor always after each round coming in my corner and checking my sugar levels, and they've got to be in between a good range of 6 and 16.
So that's basically, you've got like a little chip there then, which they kind of scan.
Yeah. And I want to thank Freestyle Libre, the company Abbott, for sponsoring me as well. They're the world leading diabetes technology company.
Fantastic. So basically they're trying to test trial everything on yourself, which is quite cool.
No, it's part of the NHS. The NHS are using the product and it's out on the market. But I was like one of the first athletes to be using it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
To treat for me.
That's what I mean. You were chosen by them to test trial it, use it out and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know how to thank Abbott for sponsoring me.
So whilst you've not been fighting, recently, what have you been planning, or is there anything planned?
COVID is it's been a bit of a setback. A huge setback, not a bit of a setback. It's nearly been 10 months since my last fight. I've signed a deal with MTK Global, who manage Tyson Fury, and I will get put on a show in March.
Right.
And then I'm looking to box again in September.
Right.
And hopefully it would have been December as well.
Right.
But all that's come to an end because of this pandemic. And obviously, we've all got to look after ourselves. But I've been in the gym every day, training
Fantastic.
with my coach Humphrey Harrison, and we've been training, developing my skill set, going round to other gyms, sparring.
Yeah.
And I've just not took my eye off the prize. I want to become the first diabetic world champion.
Wow.
And I thought it's not going to happen. There's not going to be a magic wand or anything what's going to drop out of the sky and make me a world champion. I've got to put the work in first and foremost. But I've created history once becoming the first diabetic professional boxer. I want to
Absolutely.
create history again by becoming the first champion as a diabetic.
Absolutely, Mohammed. If you just stay there for a while, we're just going to take a quick break and then we'll catch back up with you, yeah?
No problem.
Stay there. Right, guys, we're just going to take a quick break and we'll be back in about GP, couple of seconds. Assalamu alaikum, guys, welcome back to UCTV with your brother Naseem Khan on In the Limelight, and today's guest is a young professional boxer, Muhammad Ali, who had diabetes and how he struggled to get where he is. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad.
Welcome, Sam.
Welcome back. Take us back now. Take us back how you first started. What was your motivation? What wanted you to do this and your battle?
Yeah, so at the age of 5 is when I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I've always been a hyperactive child, and my mum, like, when I speak to her how to become type 1 diabetic, she said I was acting funny, playing in the garden,
Right.
football, and
Yeah.
then randomly I've passed out. So she's contacted the ambulance, they come to the house, took me to the
Right.
local hospital, Rochdale Infirmary, and they diagnosed me with type 1 diabetes.
Oh no.
And at the time, my mum and dad were suffering, with depression because they thought they'd done something wrong for me to be diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
Absolutely.
And,
Any parent would feel like that. Any parent would feel like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, so my mum and dad were like worried at the time, and my dad put me into sport just to keep me disciplined.
Yeah.
To keep me disciplined, so I started playing for the local football team, and I played at a decent level football, so the league team. And from football, we saw Amir Khan now going to the Olympics. Ricky Hatton at the time, he was boxing Costas U at the MEN, and we used to go attend, these events. And my dad used to take us Old Trafford every weekend, me and my brother, to watch Manchester United.
Yeah.
So I'd watch Manchester United dominate at the time. They used to do much better than they're actually doing now.
I don't want to get into that predicament because my son supports LFC.
So I'd go watch Manchester United, and I would be, at Old Trafford. Over, like, at the time it was a 60,000 capacity.
Yeah.
And he used to run past. Ronaldo was there at the time. David Beckham was just leaving at the time.
Right.
And United, I was just like, it thrilled, seeing the atmosphere and these footballers receiving such good reception. Then we went and watched Ricky Hatton against Costas U. That fight was 2 o'clock in the morning, American time.
Right.
Costas U agreed to fight Ricky Hatton over in the UK if they were going to do it. American timing.
Yeah.
So he boxed in the closed arena at 2 a.m. and all of Manchester and the whole country came to a standstill. I remember and Ricky Hatton won the fight, and honestly, I was absolutely amazed of how the fans of the country got behind Ricky Hatton.
Yeah.
And then a few years, no, I think it was a bit earlier.
A bit earlier, yeah.
When Amir went to the Olympics in 2004. Yeah, it was a lot earlier.
Yeah.
And it brought the whole of Great Britain to a stand. When he got to, like I watched his opening fights as well, because I absolutely watched boxing day and night. So I watched, before the country got on the bandwagon of tuning in and watching Amir.
Yeah.
I was watching the first few fights as well before he got to the quarterfinals and the semis and the finals.
Right.
And the whole country come to a standstill. And I thought, if one man can do that,
Yeah.
why can't I do it? Even I can do it. And because I'm diabetic, my dad didn't want me going into boxing. And my dad doesn't like boxing now. He only sports me.
Yeah.
So, at the time, my dad put me into karate, and I was doing karate, and I didn't like it. I used to say to my mum, I don't like karate. I don't know why you lot are wasting my time, taking me there. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
So my mum sneaked me to the amateur gym.
Right.
She took me to the local amateur gym, and I remember taking part, and the trainer saying, "No, but Dad, speak to your father. You're good enough to compete."
Fantastic.
I told my dad, and he was in shock. He was like, "Listen, you shouldn't be boxing. Look at Mohammed Ali. He's got Parkinson's. You're already diabetic."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Look, he'll keep me healthy. I'll be."
But that's parents for you, innit? That's parents for you.
It's a way categorized sport. So if you don't eat good food, and you don't consume good calories,
Yeah.
you go out of the weight category, go out of the weight category. And if I'm consuming good food, I stay within my weight category and my sugar levels stay within good control.
Yeah.
I think boxing and diabetes work hand in hand together.
Right.
And I said to my dad, "Look, it'll do me the world of good." And he's like, "Look, you can take part."
Yeah. You're breaking up there, Ali. You're breaking up there. Ali, can you hear me? You're breaking up a little there. Yeah, you're breaking up a little
Can you hear
there.
me now?
Yeah, can you hear now? Yeah.
Sorry, I've got my headphones in.
No.
And at the time, the trainer got in contact with my dad. Now we've got a fight set up for myself on an amateur boxing show.
Right.
And 2 days before the fight, English Boxing Board have rejected my license, saying, "Look, he's type 1 diabetic. We've never had a diabetic boxer. He can't have a license." So
Oh, no.
this was at the age of 14.
Major down to that.
So again, going to school, all my friends were coming, and it was a letdown. So I had to basically just make excuses of I didn't feel normal, say no because of my diabetes. They're not letting me, box the boxing border. So I just said to mates, like, I'm injured. I don't think I'll be boxing anytime soon. So I moved over to Bury Amateur Boxing Club where Amir Khan and Scott Quick box. We spoke to the trainer. He watched me train and he said, "Look, Ali's good enough to box and let's apply for his license." So the doctor wrote a letter, the boxing trainer, he wrote a letter to the English Boxing Board and they authorised my license.
Fantastic.
They granted me a boxing license, so my first 2 fights were won by knockout, and I basically showed, the country and all diabetics that as long as you're controlling your illness in a good manner, anything's achievable. And I believe diabetes is not an illness; it's a condition, a controllable condition.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I think you did a fantastic job, standing up and pushing forward and fighting your way through, which you did, to represent.
So then I won a tournament in Ireland. I won a major tournament in Ireland, and I decided to turn professional. Now, turn professional, like I said, I passed my medicals, and the boxing board rejected my license.
Oh.
They rejected my license, so then it was a 3-year battle we had with the British Board of Boxing Control.
Right.
Had a few good people around me. Dr. Ian Gallen, who's a type 1 diabetic leading consultant in Europe. He works with Sir Steve Redgrave, Are you aware of Sir Steve Redgrave?
Not personally, no. Enlighten us.
Yeah, no, not personally, but he's a 4-time Olympic gold medalist,
Oh, right.
and he's a rower.
All right.
Rower, and he's retired now, but he was type 1 diabetic, and the consultant, I remember him saying to me, Ali, Sir Steve Redgrave was out in the open sea. There were no paramedics around him.
Yeah.
The nearest paramedic to him was in the air, in the helicopter.
Yeah, look at
And
that.
you're going to have paramedics ringside. If anything happens to you, they'll jump through the ropes within not even 30 seconds.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They'll, help you,
Yeah, yeah.
overcome your problem if there is any.
Yeah.
And he said you should get your license. So he went back and forth with the British Board of Boxing Control.
Yeah.
I have a legal team helping me. And I remember Anthony Joshua, he was boxing Joseph Parker. I think it was 31st of March 2018. I remember. And
Yeah.
we went to Principality Stadium in Cardiff.
Yeah.
And we went there, and the British Board of Boxing Control's General Secretary, he was there in
Yeah.
attendance. Obviously, all the media was there. And Anthony Joshua's father came. We had a peaceful protest.
Yeah.
And Anthony Joshua's father came out, out of the arena,
Yeah.
and came over and asked me, like, what's the problem, what's happened? And we
Yeah,
explained, and he said to me, look, I'll be supporting you.
Yeah.
There should be no reason for you not to be granted a British boxing license.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
General Secretary came out, he said the same thing. He said, look, you will get your license as long as you pass your medicals.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks later, I did my medicals. It was June 9th, 2018. And we had a meeting with the British Board of Boxing Control, and they said the reason for me not to be granted a license was because in between rounds,
Yeah.
you can't take your gloves off and, prick your finger to check your sugar levels because you only have a minute rest.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
won't be able to take your gloves off, re-wrap your hands. And Dr. Ian Gallen was in attendance as well of that meeting, and he said, look, there's a sensor out, and
Yeah.
Ali will be wearing that sensor, and we showed them how it works. It takes no less than 2 seconds to show your sugar levels.
Fantastic.
And they said, look, Ali, if he passes his annual medical, he'll be granted his license. And then I had my annual medical, I passed my medicals,
Yeah.
and they granted me my British boxing license.
Fantastic. That was
And
a
then,
fantastic achievement. Yeah. After all
and
that,
then,
but you were relieved.
September 15, 2018, I made my professional boxing debut, and I won my fight on points.
Fantastic. Congratulations on that. I saw that video as well, and I think that
Thank you.
well, basically, Ali, you've done a fantastic job from my side. I can feel and hear the passion, the way you speak about boxing,
Yes.
and the way you wanted to, go.
I just want to show the world that you shouldn't, if somebody says, like a negative comment
Yeah.
or a negative opinion saying, as a diabetic, you shouldn't be boxing or chasing your dream.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I be? I've got 2 arms, 2 legs, I'm healthy, and I've got no excuses.
Yeah,
I can make excuses by sitting at home and putting a blanket over my head and crying. And
Absolutely.
saying, making excuses, I'm not going to go out there, go jogging
Yeah.
in the morning, not control my sugar levels. Anything's achievable if you seek the right advice and surround yourself around good people.
Well, I just want to say,
Achievable.
thank you very much, Ali, Muhammad Ali, for joining me on UCTV. It's been a fantastic having you on, and maybe one day we can have you in person. So thank you from my side.
No, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on your channel. Thank you very much.
No problem. And I hope one day, inshallah, you become a champion.
Inshallah. I really appreciate your support. Thank you, brother Nasir.
Okay, Muhammad. Allah Hafiz. Take care, yeah?
Allah Hafiz. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
You can also, brother Nasir, you can follow me. On
Yeah.
my
Let
website,
them know.
www.mohammedaliboxing.com. Follow my progression.
Plug out. You can do it now. Any other
Yeah,
website.
that's it. I just want to thank everybody, for supporting me on my journey, and give me a follow on my social media.
Absolutely.
And, if anyone needs any help or support, give me a message, and I'm willing, to give my advice or opinion.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Muhammad Ali. Thank you very much.
Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz. And there you have it, guys. Muhammad Ali, 26-year-old young guy from Rochdale. Alhamdulillah, he battled his way up with his passion, with his determination to become a professional boxer, and he achieved it. So that's a great message there for everybody out there. It's never too late. You can do it. Stay safe. Until next time.